Hello, YouTube. It's Lori. Go entertain yourself.
So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die.
Right on. It's a road trip. I'm on my way. This is bumpy, sorry. To the surgeon's office to get my minuscule, tiny little fill. As you know, I'm down to 5 cc's in the band, and I am going to get a quarter of a cc put back in. I'm not sure how much difference that's going to make, but hopefully enough, because it's hard to keep my snacky doodahs down to a minimum lately. I have been thinking about this sugar addiction thing somewhat, and I think that it is likely that I am getting too much sugar even in just my everyday stuff that I use. I'm a old dog learning some new tricks because I have been looking into the sugar content in things like Splenda. There's a carb in Splenda packets just to keep it from clumping, and there's a boatload of sugar in milk, lactose, and so I have switched over. I'm trying two things. One is almond milk. It's called, who makes it? Silk makes a coconut milk, and I'm trying that, and it has 6 grams of sugar in a cup instead of 12. Yeah. And, sorry, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the road. It's important. I want to make it to my fill. And, the almond milk is, Sunsilk. I don't remember what it is. Almond Breeze, that's it. And, it also has only 6. Now, I've only opened the coconut milk. I've been mixing my protein shake with that. I've been very careful to choose protein powder that only has a certain amount of sugar in it, but I really feel like the grams of sugar a day that I'm taking in are feeding my little sugar addiction enough to keep me craving sugar anyway, even though I'm off the cookies and, you know, just really being very careful. I mean, even Fiber One bars have a crap ton of sugar in them. And I'm really trying to get over this habit, so I went to a resource. I went and looked up the Atkins.com. I've done that diet before, and, you know, there's a lot of meat in that thing, and protein first, right? So I'm trying it out, some sort of modified version. Primarily, I'm letting my band do the work, you know, keep me from eating too much. Although that's difficult with only 5 cc's, it's almost like no restriction. So I'm hoping this fill today will help me. Although it's going to be a small one because they're very careful with me now. And so anyway, I am working on trying to mix these protein shakes in a different way. You know, I'm using a cup of the coconut milk and a half a cup of water, because I have discovered that if you buzz coconut milk with your stick blender, your immersion blender, it kind of turns into coconut froth. It's very strange. It's probably the fat content, I guess, but it's very thick. It's like frosty. Strange. So anyway, I am working on that currently, and this Atkins thing is going well. I think that when I first got my band put on, and I was so careful, and the volume I was eating was so low, that the protein kind of took over my life, and I was very even. I didn't have a lot of issues with cravings or hunger. The protein was doing its job. It was just really carrying me for much longer periods of time. And now, well, before a couple days ago, it's been kind of like, you know, okay, I'll eat this protein bar. I eat Everlast protein bars, and they have not as much sugar in them as, say, Fiber One. They're higher in protein, but I have felt very much like the sugar I'm getting is feeding the addiction. It's feeding the cravings for sugar. So I'm trying to go cold turkey. I'm trying to do what Atkins induction requires, which is to drop you back to 20 grams of sugar a day. That ain't many. Especially when a cup of your coconut milk adds up to 6, and each and every Splenda packet you put in your coffee adds up to 1. So, you know, also, I got an email today, well, not an email directly to me, but a sort of cry for help on Facebook from a lady who's here in Michigan and has gone to the same surgeon as me. Hi, you know who you are. And she is struggling with gastric esophageal reflux disease, or GERD. And that's very much the same symptoms that I was having when I felt like my band was too tight. And I've come to the realization that it's not the band really at all. It's the quality of what I was putting down there was creating a problem. And so I very much now am following a low-acid diet just to keep that under control, because Prilosec works, but it's not a long-term solution. I can't just take Prilosec forever. You're really only supposed to take that 14 days at a time. But every time I have a flare-up, I do take a pill for a couple of days. And the point of Prilosec is to keep your stomach from producing acid. And that's fine and dandy, but you need that stomach acid to digest your food. So long-term, that won't work. You'll start having malabsorption issues if you stay on Prilosec too long. So I wrote her back and told her a lot of this information about looking up a low-acid diet and trying to cut out things like, well, even decaf coffee has high acid content, so switch to smooth coffee. Folgers Smooth makes a low-acid coffee. Also, I heard that K-Cups for your Keurig brewer have a paper filter, and that paper filters are very good at removing a lot of the acid that's in your coffee. So if you're having stomach problems, don't assume it's your band. You might want to assume it's got something to do with what you're sticking down there. And I can't eat barbecue sauce of any kind, ketchup, tomato-based soups. I mean, I really definitely feel it when I eat those things. I can have 1 cup of coffee a day, and I have to have it with something cold. So, like, I'll fix my protein shake at the same time and work on both of them at the same time. So anyway, that's all my news on low-acid diets. Hope everybody's doing well. Probably should shut this thing off, pay attention to my driving. I'm sure the other drivers around me would appreciate that. So, hang in there. I'm going to go get my fill. I'll give you an update after I get it. Talk to you soon. Bye! Hello, YouTube. It's Lori. Go entertain yourself on YouTube. I thought I would hop back on and give you an update. It's Sunday. Here's my dog. She's in every video. I had a fill on Friday, and I got 1/4 of a cc in my band. I have not noticed much difference at all from that cc in my band. But happy Super Bowl day. It's going to be a big day. I've made chicken Florentine, 3-bean salad, and I made a sugar-free tiramisu today with fat-free, sugar-free whipped topping and decaf coffee and low-fat or fat-free, sugar-free pudding. So it should be good with cinnamon on top. So anyway, I am just hopping on to tell you that the fill went fine. He was fine with going 1/4 of a cc instead of a half, just to be conservative, because I got stuck at 6 cc's and had to take a whole cc out. So, I'm doing okay. Been kind of following Atkins. I mentioned that earlier, and that's going well. Down to 187.8. So that's a little less than a pound loss in a week. It was 188.6 last week. Down from a total of 265 in the beginning. We're in like week 60, I think. 59. So, hope you all enjoy watching the Super Bowl tonight. That's my hometown where they're having that. So I'm a little cranky that I'm not there. My best friend Janet keeps sending me text messages, emails, Facebook posts about all of the cool celebrities that are running around my town right now while I am in Michigan. You can suck it, Janet. So anyway, I will talk to all of you next week. Take care and go team. Bye.